All right, all right. Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakal Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, Haitians, and Brazilians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right. So what I want to get into today in this lesson is New Year's. All right. The true New Year's. All right. And to let you know that this New Year's that's coming up is not the true New Year's, man. All right. Because the last video I did was on Christmas because Christmas is coming up. And this, I want to do it on another one on New Year's because New Year's is coming up, man. All right. To teach you about the real New Year's, the true New Year's, man. And why today is the New Year's as it is today, man. All right. Because originally there was only 10 months in the year. All right. But according to prophecy, all right, the Roman Empire added two months. All right. Making it a 12-month year. All right. They added January and February. All right. Because like I said, there was originally only 10 months. All right. December being the 10th month. All right. Because what does December mean? All right. December, when the prefix December, all right, dec, all right, the word dec in December, december, all right, dec means 10, all right. What's a amount of 10 years? A decade, all right. What's a shape with 10 sides? A decagon, all right. The word dec means 10, all right. That's why December is known as December, December, all right, because that's the 10th month, which means October, all right, will be the 8th month. Oct, the prefix oct means 8, all right. What's a shape with 8 sides? An octagon, all right. How many legs does an octopus have? 8, man. All right. You understand? It's making sense now. All right. So there was originally 10 months out of the new year. The 10th month out of the year, but the Roman Empire, all right, according to Daniel the 7th chapter, would change times and laws, and they did that exactly, man, by adding January and February, man. All right, so let's get into that, and we'll let you know why January is called January and all that stuff. All right, February, all right, but it says right here, it says the months bore the names Martius, Apus, Aprilis, Maius, Janus, Quintilis, Sextilis, September, October, November, December. All right, so these are all Latin names. All right, and that's why we still bear these names today, because America is the Roman Empire coming back. All right, is the reiteration of the Roman Empire, man. All right, that was the deadly wound that was healed, man, in Revelation the 13th chapter. All right, so it says right here, the last 6 names correspond to the Latin words for the number 5 through 10. The Roman ruler Numa Pompilius, all right, is credited with adding January at the beginning and February at the end of the calendar to create a 12th month year. You see? All right. In 452 BC, February was moved between January and March. All right. Now, January marks the new year. All right. Why? Because January was named after what? The Roman god Janus. All right. Which is the god of new beginnings. All right. So that's why January is named January. All right. Because it comes after the Roman god Janus, which is the god of new beginnings. Because what January represents what? The new year. All right. So they named it after the god Janus, which represents new beginnings, man. All right. Which is all bugged out, man. All right, and we're going to show you what the true New Year's is too, as well. All right. So it says right here, January is the first month of the Gregorian calendar. Yeah, the Gregorian calendar is the Roman calendar that we go by today. All right. It says January is the first month of the Gregorian calendar and it has 31 days. It is named after Janus. All right, the Roman god of passage and new beginnings. All right. So that's why January is named January, man. because it's named after the God of new beginnings. That marks the new year in today's society, man. All right, and this is the guy right here, man, that they named it after, Janus. All right, you see, this is the Roman god Janus. All right, you got the head on the left looking into the past, and then you got the head on the right looking into the future, which represents the beginnings. This head represents the old year, and this head represents the new year. All right, you understand? One's looking into the past and one's looking into the future, which is the new beginnings. All right, the past, the old year. All right, and the future, the new beginnings, man. The new year, man. You understand? All right, so it says right here. Also, it says January, named after Janus, the god of endings and beginnings. You see, you know, everything that Esau Edom does, all right, is named after gods and idols, man. All right, because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, being the wicked race that he is, the devil that he is, he does so. All right, being contrary to the Most High. All right, he names everything after his gods. All right, and after his idols, man. All right, the names of the you know, the months of the years. All right, the days of the week, the names of the planets are all named after Roman gods and stuff like that, man. Norse gods. All right. It says January, named after Janus, the god of the endings and beginnings, portrayed as a two-faced, looking forward and backward at the same time, an appropriate image for turning of the year. You see? You see? All right. So let's go back over here. It says the months bore the names Martius, which is March, April, all right, which is April, and then Maius, which is May, and Junius, which is June, and Quintilis, which is July. Before it was named July, all right, it was named Quintilis, all right, but it was named July after Julius Caesar, and then Sextilis, which was August, all right. Before it was known as August, it was known as Sextilis. It was named after Augustus Caesar, all right? So you got July, August, September, October, November, December, which kept their names, man, all right? This all Latin titles, Latin names, all right? Because, you know, America being the reiteration, the reincarnation of the Roman Empire, they're going to keep those names, man, all right? So it says the last six names correspond to the Latin words for the number 5 through 10. All right, there was originally only 10 months. March, all right, March through December, man. All right, originally only 10 months, but the Roman Empire added 2 new months. All right, January and February. All right, which means March was originally, all right, the new year. All right, and it is the new year because March is what? The springtime. All right, March and April is the springtime. All right, it is known as the new year because that's when everything comes back to life again. In springtime, everything comes back to life. Everything becomes new again. Everything starts to bloom and blossom. All right, everything starts to rehatch and become new again. That's why it's known as the new year. All right. January is not the new year, all right? What is new about the middle of winter when everything is dead? You understand? There's nothing new about the middle of winter when everything is dead, all right? March and April is the new year, man. All right? According to the Bible as well, man. That's the truth. All right? It's known as the new year. It was originally known as the new year because that's when everything becomes new again. All right, the plants start to blossom, things start to grow again. Thus, you know, hence the name New Year. All right, everything becomes new again. All right. So it says right here. Matter of fact, let me prove. All right, because I said, you know, this is the original name for July. All right, Quintilis. All right, and it was named after Julius Caesar. All right, and then Sextilis was August. It was renamed August after Augustus Caesar. All right. So it says right here, it says July was added to the calendar by the Senate to honor Julius Caesar, you see? All right. It was the month of his birth. It was previously called Quintilis, all right, meaning 5th. All right, Quintilis. All right, you see? It says right here, Quintilis. All right, but it was changed to July. All right. It says August was originally Sextilis. All right, you see? Sextilis. All right. You got July, you got June, July, August. All right. It was known as Sextilis, right? Named after Augustus Caesar. All right. It is in place for the 10th month. It is, for it placed in the 10th month calendar. It was renamed Augustus Caesar for Augustus Caesar, usually named as the first emperor, but called Principes Civitatis, all right, first citizen, all right, during his lifetime, all right. Reportedly, he chose this month because it was the month of his greatest victories, but I can't help but believe it was to follow the other great founders of Rome in the two previous months, all right, because it says right here, it was renamed for Augustus Caesar, usually named as the first emperor. Yeah, because he was the first emperor. Kind of, all right? If you want to get super technical, super technical, it was Julius Caesar who was really the first emperor, all right? Because Julius Caesar, his last name was actually Caesar, all right? And they adopted his name to represent the kings or the rulers of Rome, all right? Because after Julius Caesar, all right, Caesar's just a title, which means king or ruler, all right? Every Caesar had that name in their name, all right? That's why you see Augustus Caesar, all right? All right? And then that was adopted from Julius Caesar, all right? They took his last name and used it as a title, all right, to represent the king and the rulers of Rome, all right? Caesar's just a title, which means the king or rulers of Rome, man. Augustus Caesar, all right? You understand? All right, but let's go back into where was I at? Right here. It says March and April. All right, those are the actual true months of the year. All right. All right, which the first month of the year, all right, the true first name of the month of the year is Abib. All right, Abib in the Bible, all right, is the beginning of months. All right, because the Passover, all right, the Passover takes place in the first month of the year, which is the month of Abib. All right, because the Passover is during the springtime, man. All right. So it says right here. Let's get the scriptures. All right, let's get Exodus the 13th chapter, KJV. All right, Exodus 13. Now this is talking about the Passover. Let's go into the next chapter, the Passover. All right, this is all talking about the Passover. All right, it says this day came ye out of the month of Abib, talking about the Passover. The Passover comes out of the month of Abib, which is the first month. How do we know that? All right, because in the previous chapter it tells us that the Passover is in the beginning of months. All right, is in the beginning of months, which means the first month. All right, which means the first month must be Abib, because it tells us that the Passover is out of the month of Abib, which is the beginning of months. All right, Abib is what? March. All right, let's get that right here. It says the first month of the ancient Hebrew calendar, Abib. All right, now I got the Bible dictionary on me. All right, the dictionary, the definition of the word Abib. I have it here right in front of me. I don't have it on screen. I have it right here in front of me. It says right here. It says Abib, the pre-exile name for the first month of the year. So Abib is the first month of the year, which is March, Aprilish. All right. It says after the exile, the name was changed to Nisan. All right. It fell about the time of our March and April. All right. Because remember, there was only 10 months, originally only 10 months. All right. And it started with March. All right. And the second month being April. All right. And December being the last month. All right. So it says Abib, the pre-exile name for the first month of the year. All right. Abib is the first month of the year. All right. After the exile name was changed to Nisan, it fell about the time of March and early April. All right. Which represents the Passover, because the Passover is in the month of Abib, as we're reading right here. All right. And this came ye out of the month of Abib, talking about the Passover. The Passover came out of the month of Abib. All right. Which is the first month of the year. All right. Because in the 12th chapter, when it talks about the Passover, it says, and Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Woo! All right. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of the month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, and a lamb for an house. All right, talking about the Passover, telling us the Passover is the first month of the year, is in the first month of the year. All right. And then it tells us the name of the first month of the year in the 13th chapter. Right. This day came ye out of the month of Abib. All right. So when we look up what the word Abib is, it says right here, Abib. All right. The pre-exile name of the first month of the year. All right. It says it fell about the time of March and April. All right. March and April. All right. The first months of the year. All right. Marches, which was previously known as Marches, and then Aprilis, man. All right. Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are 10 months. All right. The word deck. All right. Like I said. All right. December being the 10th month. That's why December is known as December, because the prefix dec means 10. All right. A decagon is what? A shape with 10 sides. All right. A decade is a span of what? 10 years. All right. Which means this will be the 8th month, October. Oct means what? 8. All right. Octagon is what? A shape with 8 sides. All right. An octopus has how many legs? 8 legs, man. All right. And sept means 7, man. All right. Sept means 7. You understand? Which sextilis would be August, and then quintilis would be July, man. All right. There's originally only 10 months. All right. And then the Roman Empire added 2 extra months, January and February. You understand? All right. And then they marked that the new year. All right. January being the new year. All right. And it's called January, all right, because they named it after the Roman god Janus, which represents the god of new beginnings. All right, that's why they call it the new year, which that's not really the new year, man. All right, that's not really the new year. All right, you understand? All right, so let's it says let's get that again. All right, it says I had it here. I forgot where I had it. All right. It says Janus. All right. It says January, named after Janus, the god of endings and beginnings. All right. Because January, all right, marks the end of the new year and the beginning of the new year. All right. You understand? Portrayed as two-faced, looking forward and backward at the same time, an appropriate image of the turning of the year. All right. The turning of the year, bringing in a new year. All right, that's why January is known as January, named after Janus, the god of new beginnings. All right, the turning of a new year, man. All right, wicked ass shit, man. Wicked ass shit, man. And you people been bamboozled. All right, this whole world has been bamboozled into a delusional state, man. All right, this whole world does not know the truth about any fucking thing, man. All right. The Bible literally tells us what the new year is, man. We just went over it, man. All right. The new year is in the springtime, man. All right. In the beginning of months, the month of Abib. All right. The month of Abib. This came ye out of the month of Abib, which is the new year. All right. When we read the definition of Abib, all right, the first month of the ancient Hebrew calendar, because that's the true calendar, man. All right. The first month out of the ancient Hebrew calendar, man. The first month. The month of Abib. All right. The first month. Abib. All right. The scriptures tell us. All right. This came ye out of the month of Abib. Talking about the Passover. The Passover came ye out of the month of Abib, which is the first month, man. Because the Passover is in the first month. All right. During the springtime. All right. During the new year, when everything becomes new again, everything starts to blossom again. That's the true new year, because that's when everything becomes new again. All right, everything comes back to life. There's nothing new about the middle of winter when everything is dead, man. You understand? All right. So let's read this one more time. It says, the month bore the names, all right, Martius, all right, Aprilis, Maius, Junus, Quintilis, Sextilis, September, October, November, December. All right, so these names were kept. All right, these ancient names were kept. All right, and these were kind of kept too, but they were changed a little bit. Martius was turned into March. Aprilis was turned into April. Maius was turned into May. All right, Junius was turned into June. All right, it says the last 6 names correspond to the Latin words for the number 5 through 10. Whoo, you see? Number 5 through 10. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It says the Roman ruler Numa Pompilius is credited with adding January at the beginning and February at the end of the calendar to create a 12th month year. All right. Because originally there was only 10 months. All right. March all the way to December, man. All right, in 452 BC, February was moved between January and March, and this was during this is the Roman Empire that added 2 extra months. All right, that was prophecy that they would do that. Matter of fact, let's get that. All right, Daniel, in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. All right, hold on, I got my scriptures here. Let me flip into Daniel real quick. I also want to get it in front of me right here. Give me a second. All right. So when you read Daniel 7th chapter, he had a vision, right? All right. He had a vision of 4 different beasts, and each beast represented an empire. All right. And the 4th beast represented the Roman Empire. And what was the prophecy according to the 4th beast? All right, let's read it. All right, it says verse 23, thus he said, the 4th beast, which is the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, shall be the 4th kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms. Yeah, because all the kingdoms that ruled the planet Earth before the Roman Empire, they kind of ruled in the same way, but the Roman Empire did things a little differently, man. All right. And shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. All right, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. All right, and to think to change times and laws. All right, so how did the Roman Empire change the times and the laws? All right, the Roman Empire fucked up the time system. All right, by adding 2 different months. All right, I mean, yeah, by adding 2 different months of the 10th month year, man. All right. And then they tell you that the new year is in January, in the winter time, man. Fucking this time all up, man. Fucking the time all up, bro. All right. Excuse me for my French, all right, but messing this whole time all up, man. All right, time is all out of whack, all right, because of the Roman Empire, man. All right, and we still go by that today, man. All right, because America is the Roman Empire coming back. All right, it's the last leg of the Roman Empire. All right, the America is the deadly wound that was healed. All right, it was Rome that was healed, and it was healed by coming back as America. All right, that's why there's Latin on the back of the dollar bill, because what did the Roman Empire speak? Latin. All right, there's Latin on all the coins. All right, we learn Roman numerals in school. All right, that's why the eagle was on the back of the quarter and the back of the dollar bill. All right, because that was on the back of the coin in the Roman Empire. You understand? All right. It says right here, yeah. So January and February was added, messing the time all up, and then they tell you that New Year's is in January, man, messing it up even more, man. All right, time is all out of whack. All right, and then they give you daylight savings time. All right, switching the time up for no reason, man. All right, it already gets dark in the winter time without even the without switching the time up, man. All right, and then they make it even darker because you know the winter time is the most darkest and the most satanic time of the year, man. All right, that's when all the elites do their satanic rituals. All right, they do it throughout all the year, but it gets real dark and more satanic. All right, the elites, they push a starting with the, you know, the elite banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, they push a wicked vibration. All right, throughout all the earth. All right, that's why you got you know, Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas and New Year's. Those are all paganistic customs, satanic customs, man. All right, this is the darkest. The wintertime is the darkest and the most satanic time of the year, man. All right, and then it says right here, all right, and think to change times and laws, and he did that by switching up the calendar, switching up the time, giving us New Year's, all right, excuse me, daylight savings times. It says and laws. Yeah, they switched up the laws of the Lord, man. The scriptures say, who has changed the most high, the truth of the Most High into a lie, man? Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom, the devil, the so-called white man, man. All right, so I hope this lesson was edifying. You know, I had kind of wanted to go into it a little bit more, but you know, that was kind of off the top. I had put this together real quick. All right, but let's get into this again one more time. It says in ancient Roman religion and myth, Janus, all right, is the god of beginnings, gates, transitions, times, duality, doorways, passages, frames, and endings, you see? So that's why the New Year's is in January, man. All right, because they named January after this god. All right, the god of beginnings, gates, transitions, because you transition into one year to another. Right, time, duality, doorways, passages, frames, and endings, man. All right, he is usually depicted as having two faces. The month of January is named for Janus. All right, come on, man. According to ancient Roman farmers' almanacs, Juno was mistaken as tutelary deity of the month January, but Juno is the tutelary, excuse me, deity of the month of June. All right, so I hope this lesson was edifying. Lord willing, it was edifying. All right, so I want to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kritash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, Haitians, and Brazilians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so with that being said, until the next one, shalom, shalom.